Well, I think one thing that I'm going to take away is that it's really galvanised me to take the conversation about the CEE bill further within Bates Wells and raise more awareness of it. I think, we're doing so many things that actually some can sort of slip between the cracks, and this is one we could focus on some more.
I think 2020 was an extraordinary year, but 2021 needs to be, can be, and we should make it a milestone year. And COP26 is something we should aim towards. But I think the more we can work together and be coherent in our asks, the better. And so the very fact here that we have multiple organizations and networks beginning to work together, I think is very exciting. Let's keep on with that.
My message would be that the response to COVID has shown us that things that we've been told for years were overambitious and impossible and they couldn't possibly happen, actually can happen when the political will is there. I'm thinking of the fact that NHS debt was written off overnight, that the homeless were temporarily at least housed, that people's salaries were paid. It just demonstrates that when the moment is right, when there's enough political will, when the momentum is there, things that we think are unimaginable can happen. So I hope people hang on to that as a positive thought going forward. I really liked what was said just now about gradually, then suddenly. Some things always seem impossible until they happen. And just one last thing, I just want to pick up from the chat, because lots of people have been reminding me that part of my answer about MP lobbying should have been that if you really are finding a closed door with your MP, then going via councils is a great idea. Councils up and down the country are passing motions in support of the CEE bill, and that's another way actually of getting to your MP too, if the local councils in their area are supporting this.
I was thinking a similar thing to Caroline. I think my business has done in the last year would have taken us 5 changes possible. Transformation and revolutionary change is absolutely possible. We just need to believe it, and we need to put our energy behind it. So there is hope, but we all need to head in the right direction. I think if we can push this bill through, it gives us a massive platform on which to build.
I agree with what Caroline says about the pandemic and what it's shown us, what's possible that for so long so many people have said would be too difficult. For example, the 330 billion that we've committed to it is 10 years of a zero carbon budget for our entire country, and that was thought to be by many people too expensive. But my overarching point would be this, that the way our society works, the way our economies work, these are not laws of like laws of physics. They're not set in stone. They're not things we can't change. These are created by us. They're man-made, and absolutely we can change them. And we need to think about it in those terms. Let's just create something more fit for the purpose for the 21st century that we live in.
It seems to me it's virtually useless putting forward a reasoned argument, and what you have to do is make a story and get a lot of people behind it, which seems to be, to a large extent, your strategy behind the CEE bill, and I commend it. When enough people are interested, and as Caroline says, writing to the MPs, and there's enough storm on social media, then Boris will change his mind. I mean, let's not remember, I think it was 2 years ago that he told us that a windmill couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. The man is just responsive to whatever way the wind is blowing in terms of public opinion. So we just have to mobilise public opinion.